5 seconds. Stand by with A. Roll A up on it.
First,
B is next with title. Dave
Gunner
Reeds.
and Dane Murray. You're watching WSBT 22 News on
B
Fox
with?
at 10 p.m.
We'll be up on it.
Right now at 10,
Take
students
two
from
next
across
without,
the country
and we'll
ready
add.
to descend on the nation's capital. They're taking
Yes.
a public stand against gun violence, saying they're speaking up because they're fed up. Events
two.
leading up to tomorrow's March
Chipper.
for Our Lives rally continued in Washington today.
We'll take a package
Caroline
and A
Shively
next with
begins our
title.
coverage tonight from Capitol Hill.
Roll A, take it.
Students will be marching on Saturday, but today they were lobbying, telling members of Congress gun control laws have to change and change now.
America, we are your future. Why won't you protect us?
That's the question student protesters from Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School are asking lawmakers. More than a month after a gunman killed 17 people at their high
Fox
school in
Trans to
Parkland,
vote
Florida,
B after
and
this.
those lawmakers seem to be listening.
The Stoneman Douglas students have energized the nation. High school students, college students from around the country will be marching here in Washington and in more than 800 cities all across this country and across the globe.
Saturday's march is expected to carry some serious star power, with celebrities like Miley Cyrus and Ariana Grande set to
Little under a
perform.
minute.
Grande's concert in England was attacked by a suicide bomber last year, leaving 22 people dead. Friday night, other big names in music took to the stage at the Anthem in Washington for Stay Amped, a concert to end violence. Organizers offered half-price tickets to students in town for Saturday's march. And Washington's famed
30
National
seconds.
Cathedral opened its
Standard
doors for an interfaith prayer vigil, inviting anyone in town for this weekend's event to pray and remember victims of gun violence. The Trump administration is also taking action. The Justice Department proposed new regulations on Friday, effectively banning bump stocks, which allow
15.
semi-automatic weapons to fire at a
Fox
faster
Trans
pace.
to a vote and B
Bump
next
stocks
with
weren't
title.
used in
10
the Parkland
seconds.
shooting, but they were used in last year's massacre in Las Vegas.
5
In
seconds.
Washington,
Rated
Caroline
trans.
Shively, WSBT 22 News.
Trans
Some
will be.
local students will be participating in the national march
We'll
in
dissolve to a
Washington
sat
tomorrow.
vote and
A
A
group of
next
about
with
35
title.
students left from John Adams High School in South Bend earlier tonight. They say they want to be a part of the national movement and represent St. Joseph County. They feel school shootings are too common.
Stand by,
and they
sat
want
and
to
A.
be the generation that spurs change.
We'll lay up on it.
Our high schoolers feel that
Voice
their
over in
voice
10
needs to be heard.
seconds.
We
Eventually
understand the
2
power of our
OTS the
voices
title.
and the fact that we're going to be voting very soon or are
5
already
to
registered to
voiceover.
vote, and we only think that it's fair and
Great.
it's our
Q.
right to be safe, not
Q.
a privilege.
Those students
Two
started a
OTS and titles
GoFundMe page
next.
to cover their travel expenses. They raised about $3,000. That's enough to
Ready,
pay
two?
for almost the entire trip.
Take 2.
Marches will
Live
be held
trans to the newsroom
locally
next
as
with
well
title.
in Goshen and South Bend tomorrow. Preparations are
trans.
underway tonight to gear up for the event.
Trans
WSBT
to
22
DJ.
DJ Manu is at the live desk. And DJ, how are students getting
Package
ready?
and B is next with title.
Kids spent tonight making posters and signs they will carry during tomorrow's marches. They say
Ready,
their
B.
voices are ready to join the national movement to end gun violence.
We'll be take it.
Education is very important,
We'll dissolve back
but
to the
nobody
newsroom
should have to
next.
sacrifice their lives to get an
Good
education.
title.
The fear of gun violence in schools is motivating local students to take a stand. March for Our Lives will be held in Goshen and South Bend tomorrow. 2 cities, 2 marches, 1 message.
We are all here because we realize that there is a problem, that our children are afraid of going to school every day because they're worried they're going to die.
Jenna Horvath is one of the
1
many
minute.
students who spent her Friday night preparing for the event. She says the issue of school threats has become personal.
After Parkland, we had 2 lockdowns at our school in a matter of 3 days. So that was a really tough emotional experience for me because my little sister goes to the same school that I do, so I'm really worried for her safety and for my friends' safety and for my own safety.
She's only in 8th grade, but she believes it's the students that can make a difference.
The leaders are acting like children, so it's time for the children to act like leaders.
30
Kids
seconds.
have been the victims of this problem. Kids have been the victims of the system that we live in. And so that's why kids are leading this movement.
Alexis Barton helped organize the Goshen March to have the local voices heard nationally.
This is something that could affect my own community where I spent pretty much my entire
10
life.
seconds. We'll dissolve
Like,
to the
it's really
newsroom and
important
title.
that I step forward.
The kids are optimistic
5
their
more.
actions will be heard by
Ready,
politicians.
newsroom.
If the people want something bad enough, I think they'll get it.
Up on them.
Goshen's march will
We'll take
start
1
at the high
OTS
school
entitled
at 1
next.
tomorrow
Go to
afternoon
CG2.
and head to the city courthouse. South Bend's rally will be held at the Morris Performing Arts Center starting at 5. At the
Ready,
live
one.
desk, DJ Manu, WSBT 22 News.
Take one.
A Goshen man is
CG2
set
is
to be
next.
sentenced. He was convicted in a former Goshen city councilman's
Take
death.
CG2.
A jury found Cody
Dissolve to
Garman
A next
guilty
with
of
title.
involuntary manslaughter.
Ready,
They
A.
deliberated for more than 8 hours
Roll A
last
up on
night.
it.
Garman
Forward
said
to
he
B
connected
next
with
with
David
title.
Swartley last year on Craigslist for sex. Garman testified he kicked and punched Swartley because Swartley tried to drug him. But prosecutors say his story didn't match the severe internal injuries Swartley suffered. The jury agreed with the defense argument that
Ready,
Garman
B.
didn't knowingly kill Swartley.
Will be white.
We now know the names of the victims
Wipe
in
two
a
of O
South
and
Bend
A
shooting.
next with
Police
title.
say 25-year-old Gage Berger is in critical condition after being shot in the head last night. It happened outside Frank's Place on Marion Street. 32-year-old LaVille Neal was also shot. He was treated, then arrested for a warrant in another case. County Metro Homicide is leading the
Ready, A with.
investigation. No arrests have been
Roll A
made.
white.
There will be a new company
Take one
handling
OTS
the
and title
food at the
next.
St. Joseph County Jail in about a
Eventually
week.
a O and
The county
B.
approved a 3-year contract with Aramark Correctional Services. Ted Booker with our partners at the South Bend Tribune reports the contract starts on April 1st. The sheriff says the deal will save the department hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. The company hired the current
Ready,
kitchen
one
staff
OTS and
employees,
title.
and you can read more on the Tribune's website.
Take one.
Happening right
B
now,
is next
Elkhart
with
County
title.
is working to bring new business to
Ready,
the
B.
area.
Will be
The new
taken.
initiative is designed to attract small and
Dissolve to a
medium-sized
side A
international
next with
companies.
title.
Last year, the county's Economic Development Corporation helped to bring in a Hong Kong-based operation near the toll road. Since then, several foreign companies have expressed interest in Elkhart.
Ready,
Now,
A.
the organization is partnering with a consulting firm to develop a program for foreign interests.
Roll A up on
I
it.
work in the European continent, in 3 different continents.
Voiceover in 10.
So I know that the small business,
Eventually one OTS and title.
medium-sized companies need help
Ready, Q.
to get into United
Q.
States.
One
So
OTS
far,
and
the new
title is
initiative has
next.
generated 4 leads that look to be promising.
Take one.
If you have a
B is next
registry
with
at
title.
Babies R Us, you might
Ready,
want to start
B.
writing it
Will we
down.
take it?
The company says you can
Dissolve to a
still
side
use
A next
registries
with
as
title.
long as the web store's open, but that's for a limited time only. Toys R Us announced last week that it would shut down operations. Liquidation sales started
Ready, side
today.
A.
For many of these stores, it will be definitely missed.
Roll A up on
This
it.
is something I grew up with and something that I remember.
Voiceover
I
in
was born and raised in
15.
the area. So it is. And I was just speaking to one of the checkout girls, and she said some of the managers were here since it
5
opened,
seconds.
so it's probably really hard on them and their families too, I can imagine.
Q.
Toys R Us
One
says you
OTS
can
and
also
title is
continue to
next.
use gift cards and
Then 3
loyalty
with C
points
rolling.
until April 21st. But you won't be
Ready,
able
one.
to accrue any new points.
Take one.
815
Roll C and
million.
take 3
That's
next
how many
with
people
out. Then we'll
worldwide are
add
considered
super.
undernourished. But some local volunteers are hoping to lower that number. WSBT 22's Heather Black is here. And Heather,
You can
more
roll
than
C.
100,000 meals will be
Take
bagged
3.
right here in our area.
You can
That's
super.
right, Dane. For the 3rd year,
Take a
Clay Church
package
in
of
South
B
Bend
next with
is
title.
partnering with Pack Away Hunger campaign to make sure people
Ready,
in other
B.
countries and here are getting a healthy meal.
Will be taken. You
Pour,
can pause
pack,
C.
and seal. That's the process more than 300 volunteers will be doing for the next 2 days. Filling bags with rice, soybeans, vegetables, and vitamins to later be shipped to places like Haiti and Guatemala.
One of our members came and James had said, I saw this somewhere else, could we do it here? And we said, absolutely, let's see what that looks like. And he did the legwork, and with the support, incredible support of our congregation, we were suddenly packing 50 and then 100,000 meals for Pack Away Hunger.
Volunteers plan to pack 110,000 meals. At least 60% of those meals will be sent to local pantries throughout Michiana. Volunteer Taylor Schmidt says it's great to help out people in her community.
I have a lot of friends that actually, they have some trouble, and there's lots of people at school that I didn't realize needed this kind of stuff, like food.
30
and
seconds.
I now realize this, and it's really eye-opening.
This is the 3rd year volunteer Gloria
Q
Brown
is
has
how
been a part
important
of this
nourishment
event. She says it's overwhelming to see so many people come together for a great cause.
The first time I heard about it, I just thought it was truly amazing and how it helps people. And
10 seconds.
To see young kids and older people, because I work for Meals on Wheels, and I
5,
deliver
ready to
meals to
C.
people that
Ready to
can't
resolve
cook
and
anymore
agree
for
with.
themselves. I know
You can
how
roll C.
important nourishment is.
Up on it.
More volunteers will
Take
pack
4
the rest
next
of the
without,
meals tomorrow
and we'll
morning.
trans to a
The
sat
packs
and
of
A with
nutrient-free
music.
meals were developed to reverse the effects of malnutrition. Each pack contains 21 vitamins and minerals and cost about 20 cents
Ready for it.
Dane.
Take 4.
Great story, Heather. Thank you. Coming up next year.
Ready music, ready set, and A.
Social media site
Play
millions
music.
must use every day.
Trans, roll A.
Facebook under fire for a massive
Would like
data
to be
breach.
next
Lawmakers
with
are now calling on Mark
5
Zuckerberg to
seconds.
testify before Congress.
Ready,
I'm
B.
Wilkar in Los Angeles, and all the details coming up.
Will be taken.
Later, a thrilling finish
Take
for the Fighting
Chroma
Irish as they try to advance to the
Out
Frozen
and-
Four. We'll have highlights of their
And-
overtime win in the first round of the NCAA tournament.
Take Chroma.
Okay, here's like look at we're gonna lake on top of the boathouse. We're gonna
Break
zoom
is
in a little
next.
bit. You can see downtown Warsaw, the Kosciuszko County Courthouse, and the fairgrounds and whatnot out there. Pretty quiet evening in Kosciuszko County. 44-19 the numbers, relative to average.
Break is next.
Below normal. It's cold this morning. Got some winter weather for some of the other tracks for tomorrow. I've got coming up in forecast in about 10 minutes.
You can fade, and then break.